Hi guys, I just want to make a little video today about caliper brackets and seized pins. So if you ever had a caliper bracket where you was working on some brakes and you noticed the pins wouldn't move, this is something you should probably do. I was reassembling this vehicle here. This is a 2012 Equinox for an axle change, and getting ready to put the caliper back on, and noticed that the pins were seized. One of them really bad. This one here, to be exact, was stuck so bad I had to use some heat to get it off. So here's the pins, what they look like. This one's a little damaged. I think I can clean that up a little bit. I was trying to avoid a trip to the parts store. I actually found on my shelf I had some boots, a boot kit for this vehicle. For some reason I keep lots of parts on the shelf. So in any case, what I had to do was to get out what wasn't too awful bad. I've had some that were worse. I just used a little heat from a torch. I got it nice and hot, and I was just able to use a pair of channel locks here to pull the pin out. But of course, when I did that, obviously I destroyed the boots. I tried to take them out first, the old boots here. They kind of ripped a little bit. There's another one. This one looked pretty good. This is the one that was really stuck. So once I got them all out of there, pulled the pin, you got to get in there and clean them up really good. I'll try to shine a light in there in a second. So I just use like a small pipe brush like this, and some paper towels, and I keep going back and forth with some cleaners. Get it nice and clean and dry. We'll turn a light on here and I'll show you. So inside these, some of these are different depending on the model. This one here, if it'll focus, has a groove down inside there that the boot sits into. So you got to clean that up as best you can. There's some models where the this whole piece is like a cap you got to pry out and put back in. So you got to really look and see what's different here. It's helpful to have the manual or ask around. I have the luxury of having a bunch of manuals. This is one for it. But in any case, so now that I got it all cleaned up, I'm just going to take these pins over to the grinding wheel, clean them up as best I can. I'm going to replace the plastic cap on the bottom of this one. It comes in that boot kit. Grease them up real good and put them in. Then I'll reassemble this thing if it looks pretty good. But these boots are pretty easy to put in. Now that the caliper's cleaned up, I'm going to start with that. So I've learned over the years it's really hard to get these things on sometimes. So the best thing to do is start with this side if you can. And I'm just using one hand. That thing went in pretty good once it's in there. And that way when you put your pin in later after you grease it, when you put your pin in, it will kind of snap in over top of this ledge here, and the boot will catch that side of it once we get that far. But so I'm going to put these other boots in here. This one here should just go into, I hope. Sorry, it's kind of hard to hold the camera and go back through it, but looks pretty good. So all I got to do now is clean up these and put them back in. So I don't want to shut the camera off, start it again, but all I'm going to do is take them over here to this grinding wheel, clean them up as carefully as I can. Might have to file this one that's got a little bit of, not this one, the other one's got a little damage on it from pulling it out with a pair of pliers. I can clean that up and reassemble. So if you've ever got stuck pins, just pull them, clean them, grease them. I hope it works for you. It may not work all the time, but I found this to work pretty well over the years.